Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. I just thought I'd give this a mention, to be honest. Again, anyone who doesn't maybe watch mainstream media, then just thought I'd, again, give it a mention, to be honest, because shine a light on the dark places. And again, everything's going on in Britain, and people mention the army, and will the army come out on the streets, and will the army go defend the people? But the arms is corrupt as well, by the looks of it. In many ways, shapes, or forms. Plus, the army serve the king ultimately, who I mentioned in a previous video, is well up for the New World Order. Again, goes to all the meetings, goes to all the big meetings of all the New World Order. Does the king? So this beautiful young lass here, she's took her own life after being sexually assaulted by an ex-sergeant, and then basically she reported the sexual assault. It wasn't really done. It wasn't really treated with any sort of severity, and then she was kind of bullied by other higher up officers for having made the complaint in the first place. And then this beautiful young lass took her own life. So again, there's a guy from the army speaking here, giving a speech that he's reading from a bit of paper, and it's a load of bullshit. And her own mother says it's still going on in the army, and it's one of these things that goes on in the background. So I thought I'd give it a mention, really bring light to what's going on. And again, this lass has took her own life because of what happened. So again, could have been anyone's daughter or anything at all. And again, people might know people in the army, or if you're thinking of sending your daughter into the army, I wouldn't recommend it. Neither would with this girl's mother. So we'll just hear a bit of this.
Jaysley Beck was a promising young soldier with a bright career in the army ahead of her. The Royal Artillery gunner was just 19 when she was sexually assaulted by a sergeant major twice her age. He pinned her down and tried to kiss her while they were both on the same training exercise. 5 months later, at Larkhill Camp in Wiltshire, Jaysley took her own life. Her mum has been fighting for justice ever since.
She did everything right, but was failed by the system that was meant to support and protect her. She followed the rules, but those responsible didn't follow theirs. We always believed in her, and to be stood here now proves that Jaysley was always telling the truth.
We can't show you former Sergeant Major Michael Webber, despite the fact he's now a convicted sex offender. The police, the army and the Ministry of Defence each refuse to release a photo of
him. Again, I've mentioned this before with the Epstein, Jimmy Savile paedophile ring that goes really, really high. I mean, again, the woman who was in the picture with Prince Andrew, she mentioned billionaires, royalty, prime ministers. So it really does go high, to be honest. Again, Epstein, pretty much guaranteed Trump's involved with all the Epstein crack. Yeah, it's a massive paedophile ring that goes right to the top. And again, all this kind of abuse and this kind of thing, it's swept under the rug, and it's kind of looks like it's in everything. Do you know what I mean? But even then, look at this. Like this man's a convicted sex offender, and the police, the army, and the government refuse to give you a picture of him. I mean, what does that say? Again, people underestimate the power of clubs like the Freemasons and the Fabian societies. Again, he kind of outed with the judge over the Epping trial, which I was very glad that come out, to be honest. And it shined a light to a few people on what really goes on in these clubs in the background, like the Fabian Society and the Club of Rome and the Knights of Malta, which Jimmy Savile was one. Jimmy Savile knew the Pope and was in with the Pope. You know what I mean? It's all a big. And what are all the Catholic Church known for with paedophilia? Again, somebody, well, not somebody, because a lot of us have. One day, these people will connect the dots and maybe understand what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a very, very high-profile paedophile network that is well, it's all over the world. It's not just in England and it's not just in America. It's all over the world. People are trafficked from all over the world. Again, I maintain I've no proof whatsoever, but I would very much suspect that the grooming gangs in England were being used by upper echelons to get girls off the streets, and some get passed up. Again, like the film Taken as a perfect example. Some get passed up, some don't, and that's the price for. We'll let you sort of crack on in the background, and we'll cover it all up if it all comes out like we have for fuck knows how long. So yeah, that's again. I kind of think that's what's going on with it as well, and that's why people are covering it up, and it's got everything to do with it goes a lot higher, and all these people could blow the whistle on it all. Who knows? But it's definitely suspicious. And again, this is a shit show yet again. Not allowed a picture, but we're not allowed a picture of him. Again, it's because is he in some sort of club here that protects him?
Of the 43-year-old, and today he was allowed to enter the military court through a private entrance. Jaysley's mum told the court her bright, confident daughter became withdrawn after the sexual assault by Webber was treated as a minor disciplinary matter. When she was later harassed by other senior personnel, Jaysley felt she had nowhere to turn.
We are sorry we didn't listen to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe this guy for a second, to be honest. That's the other side of this. Here's a bit of paper, mate. Go and read this bit of paper. Say you're sorry. Say you condemn it. Say it'll never happen again. Yeah, go out there and read this. That's you know what I mean. I mean, the mother comes back in a minute and she just says it's still going on. Hold on.
To Jaysley when she first reported her assault. We are determined to make sure the same mistakes do not happen.
I mean, he says that we didn't listen to her when she first reported the assault. You did listen to her, and then you bullied her till she took her own life. I don't know if you heard what had happened here, but people within your ranks were well aware and turned on the lass for reporting a higher up officer. So you can shove your statement up your ass, to be honest.
Happen again.
What would you say to young women who are thinking about joining the army?
Right now, don't, because this is still going on. And I know this because I am contacted daily from mainly female, but as well as male, to say that this is still happening.
The Ministry of Defence
So it's still happening. The Ministry of Defence, hold on.
accepts that more needs to be done and says it's working on crucial reforms. Jaysley
Oh, sod off. Yeah, again, it's from her own mother there. It's still going on. Do you know what I mean? She's getting letters all the time from people, apparently. So, again, and she maybe is because this has happened to her daughter and this is kind of big news, then people maybe genuinely are in the same boat and are messaging her. But this lass has took her own life because of it, and again, it's just like systematic abuse I mean, everything's fell to bits here in Britain. It's on every level here, do you know what I mean? This is the army here, where it's all supposed to be good and right, but no, we've got abusing women in the army. So, I mean, again, this will go on. Again, we've got a very, very high profile fucking paedophile network going on here. So abuse is fucking rampant. Right, I'll leave it there. That's the crack, to be honest. This lass has took her own life, being in the army, abused by someone higher up, then bullied, took her own life, don't join the army. And that's from the mother of this young lass here. So we'll leave it there. Peace.